All right, welcome to the first episode of Buffalo Brothers. My name is Brian, and this is my brother Jason. Say hi, Jason.
Hello.
What's up? So we are just a couple of brothers that really love Bills football, and we've been throwing this idea around about doing a podcast for over a year now, and we just decided to actually do it. So we're really excited. Thank you for listening. This is just going to be an all Bills kind of show with some other NFL stuff sprinkled in, but we're really excited. So I know Jason is taking some time away. He's expecting a baby. When's the baby due?
April 1st.
Oh,
Little
dude,
girl.
you're gonna be a dad.
Mm-hmm.
So that's exciting. But cool, man. That's exciting. So yeah, so we're gonna go through a few things today. I just kind of some stuff that I thought would be fun. We're gonna do like our top 4 or 5 or so free agency pickups that we'd like to see happen. Not necessarily what will happen, but kind of some things that we would like to see. We are going to do a top 10 mock for the rest of the league, and then we're gonna do a 3-round mock for the Bills and kind of just fill in between. But yeah, so that's what's on the agenda today. But so let's just jump right into it. Jason, why don't you start? Why don't you give me? What do you got? 4 or 5 free agent pickups that you can see
sure
this?
I can look at 4 or 5 of these. All right. My first one, who I would like, is Trent Brown, tackle, for New England currently.
Gotcha. Anytime we can snag a Patriot is always
exactly. And he's only 26. So,
okay.
So he's young, but he's good.
So yeah, and any protection we can take away from Tom Brady.
He only had 4 holding penalties all season last season. He had 1 holding penalty season before that, but he was in San Francisco for 3 years.
Gotcha.
Yep. Another one.
So would you move him to right side, or would you move Deion Dawkins to the right side?
I want to move whatever tackle we get. I want Deion Dawkins to move over to the right side.
Gotcha.
And let a new left tackle take over.
I could see. Yeah, I feel like Dawkins is a much better run blocker and more of a mauler than he is a pass protector, as we saw this year.
Yeah, I don't like him protecting my boy's blind side.
Nope. Thank God Josh can run.
Another one, I have Matt Paradis.
Yeah, the center.
Yep, from Denver.
Gosh, we miss Eric Wood so much.
Yeah.
Like I didn't realize how much we would miss Eric Wood as we did this year. So Matt Paradis, I think Matt Paradis is on the high list for a lot of Bills fans.
Yeah, if you talk to any Jets fan, the guy we signed isn't all that spectacular anyways.
Yeah. So
I think we signed him to like 3 years or something.
3 years. What was his name? Do you remember his name? I don't even remember his name.
I didn't look into it because I was like, he's not that good.
He's not that good, but neither is Russell Bodine.
Yeah, and Ryan Groy.
Ryan Groy is like, so awesome. What else you got for like your wish list?
Wish list, yes. Anthony Barr.
Okay.
He's a 4-3 outside linebacker from Minnesota.
The one that Josh Allen jumped over?
Yes. Could you imagine the YouTube videos those guys would make together? Oh, it'd be fantastic.
So, could you imagine Tony Romo trying to like wrap his brain around that because he just lost his mind? Anthony Barr. Yeah, he had really solid linebacker from Minnesota.
Yep.
I think he was a first-round pick a couple of years ago. Anthony Barr. We do have Edmonds, and we got Edmonds, Milano, and Alexander. So I think if we did pick up Barr, we would then move Alexander into like a pass rushing role on third down.
Yep.
So I actually like our linebacking core this year. So it'd be that's good. Okay, what else?
Depth there. We do need depth at all.
We got nothing. We have Julian Stanford, who I don't know anything about besides the fact that on Madden he sucks.
Yeah, he's not the best on Madden. And then if we're trying to limit this down to 4 or 5, somebody I just saw today that got released by the Green Bay Packers, Randall Cobb.
That would be interesting. He's a nice slot. He'd be good in the slot. But he's kind of old. He's definitely not like...
He would give our wide receivers that veteran presence that they're missing.
Right.
Who do we have that's a vet?
None. We don't. I mean, we've got...
Deontay
Foster
Thompson
was a rookie. Zay was last year. Deontay Thompson, but who knows if he even makes the team? Like,
yeah.
So no, that's good. I like all those. Funny thing is I only have one of those as my top 4.
Is it Anthony
Um,
Barr?
no, it is not Anthony Barr. Matt Paradis is my number one. We have
Paradis.
Paradis. Matt,
Paradis.
we
There's a
have
kicker, Paradis, isn't there?
Prater.
Prater.
So, but Matt, no, the center from the Broncos,
I think he's on every Bills fan's wish list. So.
he's on every Bills fans wish list, and I just think I think he was the number 3 rated center by Pro Football Focus last year. I don't know if Denver has the cap space to keep him. I think he is. I mean, he is a free agent. So honestly, we have enough cap to throw the bank at him. I say we do what it takes to get him, which moves me into my second one, which kind of pairs with my first one, is Mitch Morse. He's also a center for the Kansas City Chiefs. I would sign both of them and move one of them, probably Morrissey, to guard.
To right guard.
Right. Well, John Miller is about as average as it gets.
Mm-hmm.
We need an upgrade there, but I think him or Vladimir Dukas is garbage. Like, he's just not good. So honestly, we just need interior help. So I say it's kind of hard to develop guards in this league. And so, honestly, to draft a guard, we'd have to wait a while. Mm-hmm. Another name, kind of an honorable mention, Andy Levitri, who was drafted by the Bills like back in 2009.
Oh, yeah. That was a while ago.
Titans. But he, solid guard. He's not elite anymore. He was a first-round pick with Eric Wood. But I like to do them. So my kind of like this, he hasn't technically been released yet. He hasn't been signed yet. But if he gets released, which he may, Jadeveon Clowney.
He's going to get franchise tagged.
I don't know. I've heard several things. I know this. He's kind of off the list, but bro, if we could pair
the last Texans lineman we got worked out pretty well.
So. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Mario Williams was a number 1 overall pick in 2006 for the Texans. Jadeveon Clowney was a number 1 overall pick for the Texans, and I think this would have been Clowney. This is Clowney's second or third contract. I think this is his second contract. And then Mario Williams, we got him on his third contract. So he was kind of on the tail end of his career. But Clowney's in his prime right now. Now, he's played a 3-4 outside linebacker in Houston. I want him to put his hand in the ground. The opposite. Hughes and Clowney, and it just absolutely wreak havoc. I say we have enough money to throw the bank at him. So my last guy, the last guy that I want to put on kind of my free agency wish list is the receiver from San Diego, Tyrell Williams.
Okay.
Yeah. He's a deep threat, which I like, and we need to get Josh weapons. Honestly, though, I'm more worried about protection than I am weapons at this point. I think that Robert Foster, if he can take a next step, he can be a solid receiver. Zay Jones took another step, but we could use a veteran presence in the locker room, and Tyrell Williams is
tall too, isn't he? Like 6'4"?
Yeah, he's a big dude. He's not. Yeah, he's fast. He's tall. He's a deep threat. Phillip Rivers, love the guy. I think he's just looking for more of an opportunity with Mike Williams and Keenan Allen there, and Tyrell could step right into a number 2 role. Honestly, number 1, number 2 role. Like, we kind of have.
I heard Tyrell wants number 1 money though.
Yeah, I wouldn't give him number 1 money. Like, he would be some like a bargain bin guy that I would give, about 3 years, $18 million.
Only, how old do I have him? 27.
Yeah. So he's got a few. I mean, he's moving into his prime, like in the next 2 years, so he'll be good there. But honestly, like, I want to, like, with the free agency, I want to build up the lines really, and then draft skill positions, because I think that's a better way to do it than trying to draft these linemen that it may take some while to develop. But
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, honestly, who knows what Brandon Beane's going to do? He's been shedding contracts and not spending money the last couple of years. So
I think he might have been building up for this moment.
Honestly, like, man, this is the process right here. Like, you need to cash in your chips. They cut Charles Clay, so we do have a void at tight end.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to re-sign Logan Thomas either.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so either. I think
so. Who's our tight end? Kroom?
Jason.
That's it right now.
Well, Bakari Lee, I think they like him, but I just don't think that Lee is a.
Well, there's 2 free agent tight ends too that were on the bottom half of my list. Also, Jared Cook and Tyler Eifert.
Yeah. Well, dude, if Tyler Eifert can stay healthy, he's a top 8 tight end in the league.
Mm-hmm.
He just can't stay healthy. So it's hard.
Jared Cook's been on a lot of good teams.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember that catch he had against the Cowboys in the playoffs? The
Sideline, it was
Michael
awesome.
Jackson catch.
Yep.
Yeah. No, that was good. Yeah, Jared Cook. I mean, I would take any of them. Like Jared Cook, Tyler Eifert, if Eifert could stay healthy. But I mean, yeah, we'll see. But okay. So let's just transition. Let's do our top 10 mock draft. I'll let you go first. Just do your pick.
No, you get to go first this time.
Okay. All right, fine.
We can do every other too if you want. If you don't want to go through all 10, we can do. Here's my one. Here's your one.
So I'll go. Here's my pick for one, and then we'll go back and forth. That's cool. I can do
Okay.
that. So Cardinals. I feel like this is pretty easy. Maybe you disagree, but I think Nick Bosa is the obvious number one pick for the Cardinals. I think they got their quarterback last year, Josh Rosen. We'll see if he's any good. They have a new coach. There was a part of me that wanted them to trade Josh Rosen and draft Kyler Murray, but I don't think they're going to do it. Well, Kills Kingsbury, or whatever his name is, the new coach in Arizona, was the head coach at Texas Tech and was on record before he got the job in Arizona saying if he was an NFL head coach, he would trade everything he could to get Kyler Murray. So, hello, you are an NFL coach now and you have the number one pick. So we'll see if you actually meant that. But yeah, I got Nick Bosa. I mean, he's just like his brother. Arizona needs a pass rush. Their defense is old. I mean, Arizona isn't winning more than 5 games this year anyways. I don't think Josh is very good. I think David Johnson's wasting his career. And I think Larry Fitzgerald is pretty much done. I mean, the Cardinals just don't have a whole lot going on for him right now. But I think Nick Bosa is the most complete player on the board. So,
where I had at one, I had Josh Allen.
Okay. To the Cardinals?
Yep.
Why is that?
I think he's the best player in the draft.
So I think Josh Allen was the best player in last year's draft.
Oh, well, there's another one this year. As much as I would love for Buffalo to draft this Josh Allen,
I don't think he'll be there at 10 or 9.
No, but wouldn't it just be awesome to have 2 Josh Allens on the team?
Or could you imagine in practice Josh Allen sacking Josh Allen? So
God, do we play against the Cardinals? Or I guess you'll probably have Josh Allen at the 49ers then?
No.
Mm-mm. Oh.
Nope.
I see. I have Nick Bosa going to the 49ers. My reasoning was anybody with the last name Bosa, he needs to be a top 3 pick.
That's fair. No, so I have Nick Bosa 1. I have Quentin Williams, the defensive tackle from Alabama. He is outside of Nick Bosa. I think him and Nick Bosa to me were the 2 best by far defensive talents in this draft. I think the Niners have a good thing going with Garoppolo. They got some weapons in Kittle and Goodwin on offense. I think that they went defensive line to their defense wasn't great. So they
need some pressure.
Quentin Williams is a run stuffer. Like, dude is a baller. So we go there. Who do you got at 3, Jay? The Jets.
1 sec. I had this. My notes just flickered.
You're good. Well, I'll go. Okay, so at the Jets, that's where I have Josh Allen going. I think Josh Allen's probably the best pure defensive athlete in this draft. The fact that he went to Kentucky is so weird because Kentucky is not a football school at all. But Josh Allen to the Jets, I think that they got their guy in Darnold. I think the Darnold-Josh Allen matchups are going to be epic for the next 10 years. But I really think the Jets have some good pieces on offense. Robbie Anderson, and we'll see. They might, and if they got Le'Veon Bell, their offense would look pretty good. So I got Josh Allen going to the Jets. Who do you have to go to the Jets, Jay?
I have Jonah Williams, a tackle from, I believe it was Bama.
Okay, that'd be interesting.
To protect Sam
Darnold. Okay.
Yeah.
So I do like him. He's a technician. I actually don't even have him in my top 10. So that's interesting. You had him as high as 3. So cool. All right. Time for the Raiders, one of their 47 first-round picks.
I have this guy named Christian Wilkins.
Okay. Position, school?
He's a defensive lineman for Clemson.
Okay. who's just all defensive line.
Well,
Like,
the draft is stacked. They need to replace Mack, who they lost. They need to
right.
replace Amari Cooper still, but I don't see any. I guess I didn't do any trade downs. I
Neither did I.
honestly think they're going to trade this pick
Yeah,
to a quarterback needy team.
I could see that. Or they could take a quarterback themselves if they don't like Derek Carr and they want to trade Derek Carr
Mm-hmm.
picks. Okay.
Yeah, I just didn't do any trades, and it was really hard because I don't think the Raiders should choose anybody at 4. I do think they should trade their pick.
Well, they do have 3 first-round picks, so I mean, I'm not sure. Would you want? I mean, 4 first-round picks in the teens or the early 20s. That's a good way to set your franchise up.
Yes.
So John Gruden, if John Gruden can figure this out, he's going to look like a genius. If he doesn't, that 10-year contract's going to look real bad, real quick.
Is it still guaranteed money for him? 100 mil?
I think so. I think it was 10-year. It's awesome. Stupid. It's the Raider. It's the most Raider thing ever to do. So, let's see here. Raiders for me. I have the best linebacker in the class, Devin White, the linebacker from LSU. The dude is all over the field. He is so fast. He could spy Lamar Jackson, but he also can, bang in there with the big guys. Like, the dude is a stud. I think Devin White to the Raiders may be the best pick in this draft, period, when it's all said and done in 10 years. But yeah, Devin White for sure. What about All right, Jay, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
I have them taking Quinnen Williams at 5 here.
Okay. All right. Yeah, defense. Yep. I mean, this is a defensive-heavy draft.
It's very, very much so.
Mm-hmm. So, the Bucks struggled on. I think they had one of the historically worst defenses in the league.
Yeah, it was really nice in fantasy just starting any quarterback that was going against them.
Well, and also starting Fitzpatrick. Dude scored 40 points in a game. I was like, what is going on?
I don't know. So why. He was just balling for a while there. He had like 3 games where he had like 1,000 yards in 3 games.
And then they benched him because he sucked for a quarter or something. I don't know. It was just a mess, dude. The coaching situation Tampa Bay is hard.
Mm-hmm. It's that Florida Heat bath salts, man.
Let's see here. I have number 5 Tampa Bay. I have the best corner in the draft, Greedy Williams, LSU. Okay. So I got back-to-back LSU picks. So that's 4 consecutive SEC picks. I think Greedy Williams could be Patrick Peterson. I think he's the best corner in the draft. I think the Buccaneers go on defense. They need help. They've got all the offensive weapons in the world minus a quarterback, and they just need to some help on the back end.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 6, Jay. What do you got for 6? Giants.
I got the Giants taking Drew Lock.
Ooh, okay.
Yep, quarterback, Missouri.
Yeah, he's a big guy. It'll be interesting to see.
I think he could mold well behind Eli. He's decent. I mean, 2018 was his best year. Looks like his freshman year, he threw for 49%.
Yeah.
Increased to 63% accuracy.
Absolutely.
His senior year. He's just gotten better each year. Threw for 3,500 yards too. So
yeah, he's decent. Drew Lock, big guy. Kind of. The only problem is he kind of reminds you of Blake Bortles a little bit.
Bortles.
So I do have the Giants taking quarterback. I do not have them take Lock. I have the Giants taking Dwayne Haskins, quarterback from OSU.
Mm-hmm.
And just a big guy. Again, he's going to need to sit. Any quarterback, there's no quarterbacks in this draft that really blow you away. No, anybody who gets drafted this year, anybody's going to need to sit a year, pretty much.
Yep.
They're going to have to do that. But, RJ, who do you got at 7?
I see. This one was tricky for me. Jaguars need a quarterback, so I have them taking Dwayne Haskins. But the only way they take him is if they can't secure Foles in free agency.
That's true. Yeah, I could see Nick Foles going to Jacksonville. I could see Case Keenum going to Jacksonville.
Yep.
I could see Teddy Bridgewater even going to Jacksonville. I mean, there's a lot of options for Jacksonville. If you were to ask me last year, their defense was amazing and so elite. I would say they're just a quarterback away. But this year, their defense got exposed, and it kind of they're not. They're
which I don't know how.
Jalen Ramsey is not as good as he was, 2017. I don't know.
I think a lot of their defense that got exposed was from Barry Church.
Yeah, he wasn't very good.
He wasn't doing very good.
No, not at all. So they need some secondary help. Somebody to pair. I know that AJ Boye has a big contract, and he kind of was underwhelming this year, but. So I do have the Jags taking a quarterback, and that quarterback is Kyler Murray, the Heisman Trophy winner from Oklahoma. Here's the thing about the Jags. Let's say that if Jacksonville can get back to playing good defense, something that's my opinion that I know a lot of other people don't necessarily share is I like to pair a really, really good defense with a mobile quarterback because honestly, on offense, you
like
need
the
a game.
Ravens.
Yeah, you need a game manager that can move the chains and keep your defense rested. Keep the game close. You don't need him to do a whole lot. Kyler Murray's like, dude, he's like 5'10", 5'11". He's not very big.
It's like Russell.
He's like Russell Wilson, but he's fast and he can take over a game. He's faster than Lamar Jackson. He'll be the fastest quarterback in the league when he comes in. He did sign.
Should he play wide receiver?
No, he won't. He won't. Well, here's the thing. He has $9 million waiting for him from the Oakland Athletics to play baseball. So he got drafted, so he can literally walk away from football at any time and has this guaranteed money. There's baseball money's stupid.
Oh, I know that dude just signed a 10-year, $300 million contract.
Yeah,
for, I think like the Astros or something.
Oh, absolutely stupid. But yeah, Kyler Murray to Jacksonville. That could be a match made in heaven, but Doug Marrone is not the most creative guy in the world. So
telling me,
geez, he's the most. Yeah, we know Bills fans. So, all right, Jay, who do you got at 8?
All right, I have the Lions taking Greedy Williams here, the best corner in the draft from LSU.
Yeah,
they just need it.
Yeah, Lions defense is garbage. Matt Patricia kind of. Here's the thing about Matt Patricia. It's so funny. He beats the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
And then nobody else.
Yep. That's because he knew exactly what the Patriots are going to be doing.
Yeah, they said there was a player that said that basically the defensive backs were running the routes for the receivers.
Yeah.
Knew exactly what was going on. Yeah, I mean, the Lions need help. If Greedy Williams is there at 8, that's a great value. You got to take him. I have Jashashi Polite, the defensive end from Florida. Another, I think. Polite. Yeah, I can't say his name. His last name's Polite. He's defensive end from Florida. I think he's the second best defensive end in the draft outside of Nick Bosa. Josh Allen's like a outside linebacker, so I'm not really counting him as a pure defensive end. He's probably the second best defensive end from Florida. Dude had a bunch of stats. He can just ball out. We're gonna skip the Bills because we're gonna do that in our 3-round mock at 9.
Thank God, because I basically just put I don't know.
And then who do you got at 10, Jay?
Okay. The Broncos they just got Joe Flacco.
Right.
They need to replace Demaryius Thomas. So I have them taking wide receiver. I have them taking a potentially one of 2 wide receivers.
You got to pick one.
Okay, I'm going with them taking N'Keal Harry.
Oh, yeah. ASU. Dude's a baller.
He's good.
Yeah, absolutely could see that. He could go first. DK Metcalf could go first. Did you see that picture of DK Metcalf?
He's a monster, dude.
Oh,
he makes
absolutely.
Josh Gordon look tiny.
Oh my gosh, the dude looks like an NBA center. So, unreal. Like, was he like 6'5", something like that? But he runs like a 4'4", 4'3",
4'7".
Jeez, Louise. Yeah, dude. DK Metcalf, if he's there, I could see them that or N'Keal Harry. I actually have the Broncos taking a quarterback that can be groomed under Flacco, and that's Drew Lock out of Missouri. I could see that very similar build, tall, kind of.
You think 3 quarterbacks? No, 4. That puts you at 4 quarter? No, 3.
No, 3 quarterbacks. Haskins, Murray's, and Lock. I just think that quarterbacks are such a prime value, and people need them. And without doing trades and stuff, I really think that people are going to go get their quarterback. I think Haskins and Locke are the most pro-ready quarterbacks, with Kyler Murray kind of being a project a little bit. But I think Drew Lock goes to the Broncos. I think he sits 2 years behind Flacco unless Flacco struggles, and then we go from there. But yeah, I think that's a good mock. I don't think we didn't have a single pick that was the same, so that's cool.
No, we didn't. That's interesting.
That's weird.
I mean, we had the same players, just in different spots.
Yeah. So, but yeah, let's move right into our Bills mock draft. So the Bills pick we're going to do a 3-round mock here. Bills pick at 9, 40, and 74, respectively. I do think we have an extra 4th from Kansas City.
Yep.
We have an
2 4s.
Extra 6th and extra 7th. Is that what we have?
Yes.
So we're not going to touch those right now, but we'll do the we'll do 3. So at pick number 9, who do you have Buffalo taking?
Okay, you see, duh. DK Metcalf.
Okay, is that your pick?
Or no, Juwan Taylor at 9.
You went the tackle from Florida.
Yes, let's take Deion Dawkins. Move him to the right. This is pretending we don't get like Trent Brown, Juwan James,
Right.
Darrell Williams, or anybody like that in free agency.
Okay.
I think if we don't get any of those 3 players, we're going tackle in the draft because that position has to be addressed.
I agree 100%. I do think that we spend a lot of money on our offensive line, though, in free agency. So I'm going to take something that might seem a little unconventional here at 9, but I do think if Ed Oliver is there,
that was another one. If Ed Oliver's there, you might have to because that's best player available.
Potentially the best, and that's what Bean does. Bean is a BPA kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to reach for a pick. He's going to take the best player available. They had Josh Allen ranked as they're like in the top 3. So when they got him at 7, they knew that they had to take him.
Yep.
But Ed Oliver, like the dude, they said his comparison is Aaron Donald.
Yeah. You can't get any better of a comparison.
You're not going to get better. He's a little undersized, but he has a high motor, super strong. He's a pass rusher. I want to pair him with Star Lotulelei and him and Harrison Phillips. And the thing is as much as our offense needs help, like I feel like a mobile Josh Allen and the playmaker Josh Allen can kind of make up for a lot of deficiencies on offense. And so if we can just get some defensive playmakers, dude, if you got Ed Oliver taking up space, do you know how much that's going to help Tremaine Edmonds? It's
going to be nuts.
Yeah. So we need that pass rush. I think Ed Oliver, Jerry Hughes, Harrison Phillips, that's going to be a good defensive line.
Mm-hmm. Star Lotulelei, Trent Murphy, whoever is going to be on that side.
Whoever's going to be on that side. So, yeah. Eddie Yarborough in there, rotating them through. All right, Jay, who do you have at 40, round 2?
Round 2. This is where I have us potentially taking a defensive tackle if he falls this far, which would be great. Rashawn Gary.
There's no way.
Otherwise, but I put more realistically, if we don't... See, my whole draft thing was just based on this and this and this. So if we don't take offensive tackle in the first, if we go wide receiver at Oliver in the first round, then we can take Andre Dillard, offensive tackle from Washington.
Yes, I would do that if we can get a tackle in the second round, because I think Dawkins was a second round pick. Definitely on board with a tackle in the second round. However, go ahead, Jay. What were you going to say?
No. Keep going.
I decided, because I went defensive tackle in the first round, to go wide receiver in the second round with Hollywood Brown, the wide receiver from Oklahoma. He's only 5'11". The dude can fly. The dude is super fast, and he can fly, and he's basically Deshaun Jackson. That's kind of the best comparison. And can you imagine a young Deshaun Jackson with Josh Allen's arm? That's just fun.
With Robert Foster on one side.
Oh, yeah.
On the other.
Right, because the thing is whoever's playing running back at that point is going to have – they're not going to be able to bring anybody down to the box.
Nope.
So I got Hollywood Brown to stretch the field. I know that Bean likes big receivers. He likes – drafted.
That's why we tried the Kelvin Benjamin experiment. We tried the Terrell Pryor experiment. We tried Curse. We tried –
But the thing is, we're finding that Josh, for some reason, throws better to these small, shifty guys.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'll see if Bean adjusts his strategy, because he drafted Benjamin in Carolina. He drafted Devin Funchess in Carolina. Like, he likes those Anquan
I think
Bolden.
Funchess gets re-signed, by the way, by Carolina.
I don't know. If he doesn't, I could see Buffalo going after him. I'd take him.
That'd be great.
Oh, I'd take Devin Funchess in a second. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's our number one at that point.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's by far. So I really want to see Robert Foster develop, man. If Robert Foster can develop into a true number one, like, he could be one
him
of those,
and Allen for the next 10 years.
Oh, yeah. He's undrafted guy, just like one of those stories that just happens. Yeah, it was awesome. But, yeah, I got Hollywood Brown. Man, that speed with Josh Allen's arm. Yeah. And then, all right, Jay, who do you got round 3?
I have another defensive tackle because I know Rashawn Gary was just like a dream. I mean, he was injured, wasn't he? That might hold him back.
Yeah, but I still think he's a middle to end of the first round kind of.
But I have Gerald Willis the third here.
Okay.
Defensive
All right.
tackle for, where was he? Miami.
Okay.
Yeah, he has some character issues. He was suspended 1 year, and then he sat out half of last year, I believe it was.
Sure.
But if McBean can turn that around there, those two guys, that's McDermott and Bean fused together.
Got it. That's awesome. Go ahead.
He would be a stud in Buffalo, and he would be an immediate fill for Kyle Williams.
Yeah, absolutely. I could definitely see that. You don't replace Kyle Williams, like not with his leadership and just his veteran presence, but you could do your best. I mean, 13 years in one organization is a long time. He got drafted my senior year of high school. Kyle Williams did. So it's been a long time. My last pick here why don't you go ahead? Round 3.
That was my third round.
That was your third round. Okay. Caden Smith, the tight end from Stanford. Dude is 6'5", 259. He's got good speed, good route running. He's an adequate blocker. He's not a great blocker.
I was just gonna say, can he block like Gronk?
No, he cannot block. However, his NFL comparison is Kyle Rudolph.
Okay.
So, big guy, white guy. He can run a little bit. He's shifty enough. But in the third round, somebody to replace Clay, he would probably end up being the starting tight end. And if Kroom, depending on what Kroom does. But so I got Ed Oliver, Hollywood Brown, Caden Smith. Dude, here's the thing though. If at 9 we took DK Metcalf or N'Keal Harry or Ed Oliver, I'll take any of them, right? Just
Juwan Taylor.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to draft a tackle, but if we have to, we have to.
I honestly think and hope tackle can be addressed in free agency.
Yes.
There's enough.
Or enough. Here's the thing. Even if tackle isn't addressed in free agency, like getting 4 of the 5 offensive line positions set so that right tackle is the only position that we're like lacking. So if we can get 2 guards, or a center and a guard, let's
say we even pick up Parada so we can move the dude we just signed to guard, possibly right guard.
Right. So I hope there's a plan, but yeah,
they know what they're doing.
So all right, last thing before we wrap up here, do you think how much are you trusting the process right now? Like, where are you at?
I'm still all in, man.
Yeah.
I'm bathing in the process. I'm waking up processing. I processed all over my wife the other night.
Jesus help. Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, tell me, not this season. I'll give this season another run. Talk to me week 8 of 2020. That's kind of where I'm at. If we're not winning 12 games if we're not 6-2,
what if Josh Allen's injured?
Well, that's a different story. But I mean, that's just that, and that's the story of all these franchises. Who's injured and stuff. But if Josh Allen's healthy, plays 16 games next year.
Right now, do you think Josh is the franchise?
I think Josh and Baker. I think Darnold will be good. I think Josh and Baker will go head to head. I think we'll see the Browns in the playoffs in the next 5 years. I do. See a Bills-Browns AFC Championship game 2021.
Oh my gosh.
So
I'd have to go to it.
Yeah, no doubt. So, but I live in Dallas. Jason lives in Wisconsin, and so I know the Bills play the Cowboys in Dallas this next year, and I know you're going to be flying down. So
my daughter.
Just waiting. Are you gonna bring her on the plane?
Bring the fam.
Oh, all right. So has CJ ever been to a Bills game?
Preseason against the Vikings in 2012. We won.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. Nice. Cool. All right. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us. This was our first episode. We're gonna hopefully do these probably a few more before the season starts, or before the draft, and then probably when the season starts, we'll probably do these on Sunday nights and get them uploaded. So, hey guys, thank you so much for hanging out. If you made it this far, I wish we had a sponsor, but we don't. So, but yeah, thanks for tuning in. Hey, give us a like on Facebook. We're gonna upload these
Buffalo
to YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. Yeah, subscribe to our channel, The Buffalo Brothers. We'll link all of that on the posts online. So, all right, guys, we'll talk to you later. I'll see you later, Jason.
All right, see you, dude.
Bye.